Okay, Sean, here's your little, we'll get the pressure map out the way. Here's your before and after, if you like, right? So we've got Aaron Badley up on the right side, a line going through his club. Now all we really want to do in the takeaway is move the club head and the hands around on concentric circles, right? Mm-hmm. So from this angle, it's going to look like your hands, the shaft, and the club head are going straight up that line, just for the first bit of the swing, just to there, right? Whereas what you were doing was your hand, there's the re-grip, which we spoke about. We spoke a lot about the re-grip and then getting it in the palm and it just being too strong. And then what's happening is the club head is doing way more than the hands, right? Way more than the hands. So we need to combat that. We need the hands doing more, right? And that's what you do better in your practice drill afterwards, right? So it's like the club head's doing way more than the hands, right? That gets your arms out of position to start with, and then because your club head's so far behind your hands in the takeaway, 9 times out of 10. If I had 100 guys lined up here, 95% of them would also get that club across the line at the top. So we're out of position at the top, right? We also spoke about the left shoulder, right? And we said, right, well, in the takeaway there, this left shoulder just isn't moving down enough, right? You can see so there's a right hip to right shoulder, let's say, and then perpendicular to that, that's kind of the plane we want to be turning on, tilting on. That's the tilting part of the swing, right? And I just don't see enough of that in the takeaway, right? So that's part of why you're getting the club out of position, right? As you go up to the top, that right hand here, the right palm is away from the left thumb, right? Don't forget that. So then we get it up to the top there, and then as we start to come down, just a little out of sequence as we come down, but the hands come very much over the top, and the hands and the shaft come through the neck, whereas, we just want to go up one line, get the hands behind the shoulder, and then come down a similar kind of line. So again, the shaft comes down underneath the right shoulder, right?
Yep.
So we did a little bit of work, put some sticks on the ground, right? A couple of sticks going inward, right? One for the club head, one for the hands. And I said, right, well, in the takeaway, get the hands and the club head moving back on concentric circles. There you go. Straight away, that's much better, right? You've actually overdone it, right? But I like people to overdo things, to exaggerate it when you're trying to make the change. Because you feel it more. If you overdo it, you feel it. Straight away, you feel it, right? So what I said was, move your hands inward. So, hands in, right? And shoulder down. Shoulder down, right? There, the shoulder isn't moving down. Well, it's moving down a fraction, but nowhere near enough, right? There's our spine angle. Now, with the shoulder moving down, you're turning on something resembling perpendicular and tilting and turning resembling something similar to perpendicular, right?
Agreed.
So there's the new top of your swing, right? There's your old top of the swing, right? It's just so much better, right? So you remember that sort of position. Hands are just behind the right shoulder, shaft sort of pointing over there to the left. You then pull up a pro. Hands move in, shoulder moves down. Hands are behind the right shoulder at the top, with the shaft pointing off to the left. So there's so many similarities to what you see the majority of the Tour Pros look like at the top. But like I said, if we're going to work on your ball striking, we've got to get you up to the top better. We've got to teach you like how that works, the left tilt, the shoulder moving down, the hands moving in, and also keeping your hands on the grip, right? Just putting the palm of your right hand on top of your left thumb, and then the dot where I put on your trigger finger, the first pad of your trigger finger of your right hand, just against the side of the grip.
Right.